I speak because of the press here, but more because of my personal relationship with Sheikh Kafumba. Though I was born in a Muslim home in the largest center of Neufville, opportunities for my Islamic education were very limited until Sheikh Kafumba had the program Islam and You on TV. I learned a lot about Islam on TV. Growing to become a journalist, I met Sheikh Kafumba during the peace process, and we became friends since then. Coming on to become president of the Press Union of Liberia a little more than a year ago, Sheikh called me and said, you don't think there are going to be arguments about your religion or tribal origin? I said, these have already started. He said, but you don't need to worry about that. You need to work to make sure that the leadership you provide should be about Liberia in the media landscape. He was gracious enough to attend our induction and made a statement there. And we've always had a conversation. Recently, when there was this argument about some group planning to make Liberia into a Christian state, I called Sheikh to say, what are you doing about this? He said, we need to full consultation. And there were already a lot of Islamic groups that were coming with very radical resolutions. And Sheikh was able to provide real leadership there. He set up a 100-member committee that was holding consultation, and I happen to have been a member of that committee. Yesterday, whether by mistake or so, someone called me and said, the committee is meeting this morning. And I told the guys who were holding an executive meeting at the press union, I said, I need to go to see Sheikh Kafumba. I did not go to the meeting. When I went to where the meeting should have been held, there was no meeting. In the evening driving home, I heard on the radio that Sheikh had died. And I thought I'd really missed an opportunity to speak with him for the last time. And adding to that is that on Friday, at the investigation, Sheikh Kafumba was not available, and someone said, Sheikh is tired, so he won't come in the evening. And so, my sympathy to the family and the larger Islamic community, but more importantly, my challenge is to my brothers within the Islamic community. We need to continue Sheikh's work. We need to take up a larger interfaith dialogue. We need to continue working with all princes. We need to make sure that Liberia is a land of all and not a few. We can't continue to allow exclusion in our country. If we allow a greater inclusion and equality of people regardless of how they think and feel, we will be working and helping the legacy of Sheikh Kafumba. May Allah bless him and grant him peace.
I appreciate the time factor. And so I think I put together which really was in our president because President Gazette members of the Senate and House of Representatives, our official government, our political leaders, our citizens, but more especially to our colleagues of the Supreme Court of Liberia. Like I said, Chuck, I think, Madam President, that is the thing, that if you want to remember a person, you remember whether he passed by, saying that if you can remember that a person has passed by, then he has lived. And if no one can remember that he passed by, then he's never laid. There's a second saying that if you come upon this earth and God endow you with a gift, and you do not share that gift with others, then you have not lived. In both instances, I can say for the Supreme Court that Sheikh Kafumba lived. Not only will we remember that he passed by, but we will also remember that he shared his gift. Not just with the Muslims, because he went beyond Islam. He shared his gift with the Republic. He shared his gift with the Liberian people. And it's not just that he was a member of the judiciary, having served in the ministerial role, but he went beyond that. I recall my first encounter with Sheikh Kafumba. I've heard a whole lot about him, but my first encounter with him was when we had to do a transition from the interim government to a transitional government. And for the first time, I understood him, because he spent almost 24 hours with me at what was formerly, we call it Hotel Africa, just sitting down and talking and lecturing about Liberia and the need for us to forget our differences and to look at this country as one. And from that time on, every time I had a problem, and I think you will remember that, of course, that transitional period, I was being voted to serve on the transitional council. But after that, I cherished what he was doing for this country. And I think on behalf, not I think, but on behalf of the judiciary, we want to thank the Muslim community. We want to thank his family. We want to thank his friends for giving us a hero of Liberia. One who, as all of us admit, was a person who looked forward to and served for the peace of this country. May his soul rest in glorious perpetual peace. For the Supreme Court, we say, rest in peace. Sheikh Kafumba. Thank you.
We have to be farewell, will not be forgotten. He was a religious hero. He was a hero of peace and unity. As stated in June 1990, traveled with the Liberian delegation to Sierra Leone to negotiate peace for Liberia. He preached the message of peace and peaceful coexistence. Secondly, a giant capital tree has fallen. We were saddened in our hearts. We heard the news. Chief Kafumba Konneh. The nation has lost a giant and a true patriot, a champion for peace and democracy. Sheikh Kafumba Konneh rode beyond religious lines. He was a man for his people. He made a number of sacrifices for the people he enjoyed. Today in Liberia, the war for sacrifice. He was a gift to Liberia and to the African continent. He condemned the rise. He condemned the rise of Islamic fundamentalism all over the world. He made us to see the pureness of Islam. He taught peace and love to everyone he met. He was one of the best evangelists the Islamic faith has ever had in Liberia. Sheikh Kafumba Konneh worked so well with the Council of Churches on the level that elevated religious tolerance to nobler heights, and we shall all commit to sustain the gains. The young generation of Muslims in Liberia will follow the teachings. No doubt, we will have a pure Muslim faith practiced in Liberia because of his teaching, his values, his legacy, which we honor today, and which will abide with us forever. Sheikh Kafumba Konneh, Liberia miss you, and upon the vision to the survival of this nation, and the advancement and peace and love amongst mankind, will continue to inspire us. We regard us to live together as brothers and sisters, but that was the object of the fight. Accordingly, we have not come to bury you. Heroes live on, freedom fighters live, and their dreams never die. Hero lives only when they are, hero dies only when they are forgotten. Their memories live on. The Sheikh has only been resident, and he is with Almighty Allah today. May Almighty Allah be gracious unto you and grant you a peaceful repose on your right hand in his blissful presence and his seeming great joy. Almighty Allah say, well done, my faithful servant, we hope to meet again. Amen.
This afternoon as Liberians to celebrate the homegoing of a champion of peace. And nothing I pick up from all of the speakers before me, Sheikh Kafumba Konneh was a man of peace, a champion of social justice. Those of us who were around 1990 will remember how he worked seriously in transforming the religious community, bringing the Christians and Muslims together, founding what is known today as the Interreligious Council, which was then the Interfaith Mediation Committee. He and others went where many of us were there, but he did it for Liberia. And so as we have come to remember him, let us continue as Liberians to work together, to work for peace, justice, and equality. Let us remember that Liberia is our common patrimony. Whether you are a Muslim or a Christian, we are all Liberians and we belong to this country. On behalf of the House of Representatives, we express our condolences to the bereaved family, to the people of Myanmar, the Muslim community of Liberia, and the Republic of Liberia. May God bless the soul of our fallen hero. Amen. Gazette, published by authority, volume 14, Tuesday, July 21, 2015, number 32. Extraordinary. The government of the Republic of Liberia announces with profound regret the death in his 72th year of Sheikh Kafumba Famod Konneh, former Chairman, National Muslim Council of Liberia, Secretary General and Chairman, Interreligious Council of Liberia, RCL, respectively. Commissioner, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, TRC, Associate Magistrate, Lanko Yekepa Nima County, Associate Magistrate and Secretary General, Liberia Muslim Union Nima County, renowned Muslim cleric, patriot, senior citizen, devout Muslim, dedicated public servants, Republic of Liberia. This sad and mournful event occurred at the hour of 5 o'clock post-meridian at his residence in Topo Village, Neufville, Mosurado County, Republic of Liberia, after a period of illness. The late Sheikh Kafumba Famod Konneh was born on February 4, 1994 in Sirleaf, Lima County, Liberia, unto the blessed leader of Mr. Kafumba Konneh and Mrs. Mamadee, his parents predeceased him. The deceased embraced the Muslim religion at an early age and became a devoted renowned Muslim cleric. This astute statesman dedicated his life to public service and religious coexistence. He was a self-educated public servant who started his professional career from 1972 to 1977 as an associate magistrate in Lanco, Nima County. The following year, the late Sheikh Kafumba Famod Konneh moved to Sirleaf and served again as an associate magistrate and secretary general of the Liberia Muslim Union concomitantly in Nima County. Giving his valuable contributions to public service, particularly in the judiciary, he became commissioner of Gazette Township in 1979. He moved to Monrovia in 1981 and became a member of the Muslim Congress of Liberia and eventually served as its Secretary General of 1982. The deceased succeeded the late Sheikh Sirleaf as chairman of the National Muslim Council, a position he held until his demise on July 20, 2015. While serving in these capacities, the late Sheikh Kafumba Konneh worked tirelessly with his fellow compatriots from various religious denominations under the banner of the Interfaith Mediation Council, which engaged the warring factions in the Liberian civil crisis for a peaceful resolution. He was instrumental in negotiating numerous peace agreements, including the Accra Comprehensive Peace Agreement that finally brought peace to Liberia. In 2006, the late Sheikh Kafumba Famod Konneh was appointed as Commissioner of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Liberia, which was mandated to investigate the root of the Liberian crisis from 1979 to 2003 and to reconcile victims and perpetrators. Sheikh worked as a full-time commissioner responsible for investigating the Liberian history and identifying errors, and was oversight commissioner for Great Kimau County, Baboru counties. He was also one of the commissioners known to have attended all the hearings of the TRC, both in Liberia and abroad. This surely demonstrated his commitment to working for peace and reconciliation in Liberia. Since the completion of the work of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, the late Sheikh had been engaged with strengthening the National Muslim Council and the Interreligious Council of Liberia in ensuring that both organizations will have the necessary capacities to breed new leaders to continue the work for peace and religious coexistence in Liberia. The late Sheikh Kafumba Famod Konneh was a father, grandfather, a prominent Muslim cleric and leader, a skillful negotiator, a mediator, a true public servant, and a repository of Islamic and Liberian history. The deceased was joined in customary matrimony with 4 wives, the union of which were blessed with 13 children. With the passing of the late Sheikh Kafumba Famod Konneh, the families have lost a loving and caring father, his comrades, a strong source of inspiration and courage, and the Muslim community, a renowned Muslim cleric, and government of Liberia, a dedicated public servant. On Tuesday, July 21, 2015, at the hour of 12 noon, funeral rites over the remains of the late Sheikh Kafumba Famod Konneh will be said at the Antoinette Topman Stadium, followed by interment in the Samuka town, Carwell, Mosurado County, Liberia. The late Sheikh leaves among his lost his 4 widows, 13 children, and 16 grandchildren, with a host of other relatives and friends both at home and abroad. As a mark of last respect and tribute to the late Sheikh Kafumba Famod Konneh, former chairman, National Muslim Council of Liberia, Secretary General and Chairman, Interreligious Council of Liberia, Commissioner, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, Associate Magistrate, Lamco Yekepa, Nima County, Associate Magistrate and Secretary General, Liberia Muslim Union, Nima County, renowned Muslim cleric, patriot, senior citizen, devout Muslim, dedicated public servant, Republic of Liberia. It is hereby ordered and directed that on the day of interment, the national ensign of the Republic of Liberia be flown at half-mast from all public buildings. The national ensign of the Republic of Liberia be flown at half-mast from all public buildings in Mosolado and Nima counties from 8 o'clock ante-meridian to 6 o'clock post-meridian by order of the President. Augustine B. Kafumba, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Monrovia, Liberia, July 21, 2015. At this time, I'm honored, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to invite the President of the Republic of Liberia, Her Excellency Mrs. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, for a special statement.
Associate Justices of the Supreme Court, members of the National Legislature, the Dean and members of the Cabinet, Doyen, members of the Diplomatic Corps, ministers, political leaders, business leaders, friends, relatives, families, and well-wishers of Sheikh Kafumba Konneh. Army Chief of Staff. When a giant tree falls in a forest, it impacts other trees far and near. Last night, our nation was shocked by the news of the unfortunate demise of the late Sheikh Kafumba Konneh, a great statesman of valor unpretending. His passing symbolizes the fall of a giant tree in the forest. The late Islamic cleric was a distinguished Liberian who will be remembered as a messenger of peace and interreligious tolerance. He was a prominent voice and face of Islam in the last 3 decades in Liberia, commencing with his role as Secretary General of the Muslim Union of Nima County to Secretary General to Chairman of the National Muslim Council of Liberia. He was not just an Islamic preacher, but a politician, scholar, lawyer, and judge. Sheikh Kafumba Konneh was Commissioner of Ganta City in Nima County, served as Justice of the Peace in Senegal in Nima County. His role as an activist started when he disagreed with and pledged his support for the late Dr. Edward Kesseley, founder of the current ruling Unity Party. It was Sheikh Kafumba Konneh that mobilized Nima Nima County in support of Dr. Kesseley in the 1985 elections. Today, he is no more, but we will fondly remember him. He will live on in our memory for his fearlessness, courage in his conviction and his principles. When conflict raged, he stood as an outstanding proponent in the search for lasting peace for our country. The Vice President called me a few hours ago and asked me to convey his deepest sympathy over this loss. He could not be here because he is away on official duty attending an African Unit Summit in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea. We mourn this great loss to our country as we strive to consolidate the peace and stimulate the trappings of national healing and reconciliation. To the bereaved family, we say, take heart, take courage, be joyful in the life he lived, celebrate his wisdom, his courage, his contribution to Liberia. May Allah grant you peace and peace to the nation.
Madam President, all protocol present, my brothers, my sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I don't have much to say here as a sermon after all that I heard, even though I have prepared some things to be delivered to you as my sermon. But our fellow Christians and other religious groups have said better than what I planned and more than what I prepared. I just want to promise our motto that even though all of you have considered the death of Sheikh Kafumba Konneh to be a great loss for all of you, but I want to give you the glad-tidings news that the womb of the Muslim women are prepared to give birth of thousands of Kafumba Konneh in this Republic of Liberia. And the young people, they can feel the rain, the cold of the rain. They can feel the heat of the sun because of the death of their father. All of them, each of them, collectively, unanimously, vow that only Sheikh Kafumba Konneh died, but his principles, his procedures, his philosophy stay alive in their mind, in their activities. Inshallah, we will be in a good position that Liberian people will say every day, really we lost Sheikh Kafumba Konneh, but similar Sheikh Kafumba Konneh was prepared by Kafumba Konneh before his death. Thank you very much. I don't want to prolong it. Thank you for your coming here. You have demonstrated to us that really we are indeed part of you, and you too are part of us, and we will continue to be proceeding in the process that Kafumba Konneh draw in front of us, and we will continue to be praying for him, inshallah. And also we are calling every one of you to go down and pray over the body of Sheikh Kafumba Konneh. اللهم اغفر له وارحمه وعافيه واعف عنه ووسع مدخله واغسله بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقيه من الذنوب والخطايا كما ينقى الثوب الابيض من الدنس وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وسلم. Thank you.
not going